European markets are getting slaughtered. The FTSE down 2%, the KuCoin down 3.2%, the Euro Stoxx down 3.2%, the Spanish stock market down 2.8%, and so the list goes on and on and on. And I would say, given what the hell is going on here in Europe, as Russia and Ukraine tensions continue to increase, I think Bitcoin's doing pretty well, bro. What do you think?
It is holding up pretty nicely. I think it's an important day. Are we thinking volatility is going to go crazy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's this whole emergency meeting about? Like, is it really emergency?
I think there's one chart. That no one's looking at, and that's the chart that is going to show us what's about to happen next to Bitcoin. There's one chart. Everyone's ignoring this chart, but right now, that chart is the most important chart. So today, what we should do is just talk about that one chart. Let's do this.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. This is where you go.
Yeah, Dan, this is where you put the music on, bro.
This is where
you.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, when the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the job.
We care about being authentic with the channel. We may make mistakes. We do things.
He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can.
Not messing around with the music. It's a serious day, man. It's a serious day.
Play that catchy song, Ran.
He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one
can.
Catchy song, man.
You're done. This is how it works, right? When we say we're going to get the show on the road, that's when you put on the Sheldon music, right? That's like you just smash Sheldon music, right? That's just how it works.
You got me there. Sorry.
Alrighty, guys.
Welcome, Banter fam.
Jimmy, how could you let him do that, bro?
You were supposed to cue the music, didn't you say you were going to cue it?
I said nothing of the sort. All right, anyway, let's get into the show today. Russia threatening to invade Ukraine, or at least that's what the USA is saying. The USA is saying that Russia is threatening to invade Ukraine. Russia saying that right now they have no plans to invade Ukraine, but they're putting troops on the Ukrainian borders. USA evacuating all US citizens from Ukraine. I mean, it's a shit show.
What is going on there? Like,
it's a shit show. It's a shit show. It's a shit
World War
show.
III or what?
So, I mean, I don't know. Look, let's just look at the European markets are panicking, like panicking. Like this is serious stuff. You're talking about the FTSE down 2%. You're talking about the DAX down 3%. You're talking about the KuCoin down 3%. You're talking about Euro Stoxx down 3%. These are serious numbers. This is the world is getting very, very, very nervous. Now, I mean, I guess what you got to ask yourself is this the beginning of World War III? Because if it's not the beginning of World War III, then everybody's overreacting. And I can't say that I really have a view here, and I'll tell you why I don't have a view here. Because number one, I've never been alive for a world war, so I don't really know how world wars start. But in the way that I imagine how world wars start, this is not how world wars start. Like, I don't know, just feels weird. But I'm not saying that there is or isn't going to be a war. I'm just saying I didn't expect that this is how world wars are going to start. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't know. I just feel like the reason why they're starting the world war, I mean, I've been trying to dig deeper, and maybe the viewers can help me, but I've been trying to dig deeper. If I look at the ultimate reason here why they're talking about a world war is because Russia doesn't want Ukraine to be part of NATO. Because historically, they didn't want. Historically, Ukraine sits on the border of Russia, and historically, Russia wanted guarantees that Ukraine wouldn't be a part of NATO. And the reason for that is because if a country is part of NATO and it gets attacked by a power, then effectively that means that they have to protect them. Because so if a NATO nation gets attacked, then that means that that all the other NATO nations have to fight. It's almost like you fight one of us, you're fighting all of us, right?
Okay.
And so in order to protect their borders, Russia wants to make sure that Ukraine is never part of NATO. And there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of pressure that to add Ukraine to NATO. And this is a historical thing with the US and Russia. So, I mean, I guess Russia's probably flexing and saying, look, we want to make sure that you're not going to add Ukraine to NATO. I guess that's what's going on.
They're going to fight on Zoom.
Yeah, so I saw this. I've got to find this for you. I hope I've got it, Jeff. I hope I can find this for you. Someone tweeted saying this morning, I think it was the funniest tweet ever. Yeah, this one. So this tweet over here, it says breaking. Russia surprised everyone and starts attacking Ukraine in the metaverse.
Metaverse war. Oh, that times have changed. But it's crazy, right? Like, it's crazy what's happening. Is the world going crazy again or what? Or is this just another...
You got to take a view here. You got to take a view here. If your view is... It's crunch time. If your view is that Russia is not going to invade Ukraine, which, by the way, is my view, then this is a buying opportunity. If your view here is that Russia is going to invade Ukraine, then maybe this is a buying opportunity. And I'll show you where it is a buying opportunity. Let's go through the charts. And when we get the charts, that's when we'll do it. And just before we get into charts, for those of you who are new to our channel, welcome to our channel. Subscribe. Welcome to our channel. This is the one channel that's been here through good times and bad times. We're here, we're educating you. And if we're not educating you, well, we're doing our best to entertain you. I don't know. I mean, I guess if all else fails, then we'll fall onto entertainment. We're here through the good times, we're here through the bad times, getting you guys through this. Join the family, subscribe to the channel, like this content so more people know that we have got 4 shows a day for you guys now. We've got Miles who comes to you guys 4 hours before this, and that is about DeFi. The thing about DeFi is that if the markets aren't moving, at least DeFi strategies can help you make more money on your money. And then when the markets do move, you get out of DeFi. Then we've got this show, which is charting. Then we've got my show later, which is the most fun show in the whole world. Everyone knows that. I don't have to talk about it. Even BitBoy says that my show is the most fun show in the whole world. And then later after that, we've got a gaming show, and Hustle's the best gaming guy in the whole world. Everybody knows that. So subscribe to our channel, join the family. Also, before we get into the show, I did say last week that, by the way, Coinbase stole our idea. So on Friday, I just want to say something. On Friday, we used the QR code first. Idan, just put the QR code up. Just show everyone. We used the QR code first, right? We used it first.
Yeah.
I think we need to train Idan on speed lessons. He's a bit slow.
There we go.
We have to do drills with him. Hold on, Idan, hold on. After the show, you are to meet outside. We're gonna do drills. We're gonna do speed drills.
I just need a new laptop. I think I can get a company laptop and it should be fun.
All right, let's put up the slide. Okay, if you want a chance to win a full Bitcoin, remember we've now got KuCoin to agree to give one of our viewers a full Bitcoin, one of our subscribers a full Bitcoin. All you have to do is sign up using the link. Okay, now I did tweet this on the weekend, and a bunch of you created fake email addresses. I mean, we will work out how to get those out, but I mean, just don't create fake email addresses and just play the game like the game is meant to be played, and maybe you can win a full Bitcoin. Right now, that Bitcoin's worth $42,000. I think it's a great giveaway. I don't know anybody else has given away a full Bitcoin. All right, let's get into charts.
Let's do it, brother. Let's jump in. So obviously, I think the music's a little bit loud. So I think, obviously looking how Bitcoin sort of reacting to the rest, I sort of had these 2 charts here, and I think let me load it up again quickly to sort of look at the US techs to Bitcoin at the sort of point. And, the charts are showing completely different sort of, you got Bitcoin still holding trend. You got Bitcoin still, we knew that the region of 44 to 46,000 was a big sort of sell wall, and we knew the RSIs were high, so we knew a sort of pullback was something we're waiting for. I have seen how the community have learned a lot in the last few months, where we rather start looking at these as buying opportunities than these big green candles to the upward side. So I'm glad the community is learning a lot there. But it's quite interesting, obviously we got the gold breakouts and we got the oil breakout to the upward side. But we got a lot of weakness in the stock markets now, and you still got Bitcoin sort of sitting on edge here, where it's had a small pullback, from the 44,700 to the 42 zone, but it's holding pretty well. And if we can have sort of even neutral news or good news today, it looks like Bitcoin's going to look to rally up to the upward side again. So I think we're starting to get into the form where we did get the high point of view, which was good for Bitcoin.
Are those charts, Sheldon, are those charts same scale? Were those charts same scale? Were you working on daily versus daily? Okay,
daily versus daily, bro.
Okay, because someone just said scales don't match.
Okay, let's have a look here. I'll show you. No. So they're on the exact same scale. Let's jump on here. Yeah, so daily. 1 day.
Okay,
so same scale, same different time. Yeah, and obviously Bitcoin looking things. So, it's sort of interesting. Let's go back here now. To see how Bitcoin's, I don't know, it started to behave a little bit differently in the last 2-3 weeks. Usually it was the one that was absolutely crying and exploding, when news was coming out, and it was the one that was really exaggerated. And now it's sort of the one that's showing a bit more strength to the rest of the market. So there is a lot of craziness going down, but something that you got to love with charting as well is we knew a pullback was coming, and there's always got to be some sort of news that's got to come later on that. But it was showing that the market was overheated. So the retest, you tweeted it beautifully on the weekend as well. And what we have noticed, I do have some tools that are showing that there's a lot of buying. There's a really big buying wall in the region of the 40 to the $41,000 region. So right now, Bitcoin is still holding support trend. We did secure the higher high in play, and we are getting to this crucial stage of our support trend. So it makes sense that the market's sort of running a little bit sideways at this point. Obviously, what's very interesting is the dominance has been absolutely ripping. You know what I mean? Like, is everyone looking at Bitcoin again? Is Bitcoin the saving grace? It's quite
that's the chart. That's the chart that everybody should be looking at right now. So there's two charts that you need to be looking at right now. One is you need to look at the Bitcoin price, and I want to show you a little clue on the Bitcoin price. Go to the Bitcoin chart and go to the NASDAQ chart. Show me the Bitcoin chart and the NASDAQ chart again.
Okay. Let's jump on here. I'll get it up for you. Okay. Then this one here, that one there. There we go.
What was the all-time low? What was the all-time low of the NASDAQ? Well, not
the recent low.
The recent low.
13,700 in that region. We have 14,100 now.
Okay, so just get a little bit more accurate if you can. Just let's look at the daily close. So let's look at the low of the daily close. About 13,000.
Yeah. No, it's in the region of basically 13,900. So basically 1%.
So 1% up. Let's look at Bitcoin on the same day, more or less. So same day, more or less. Bitcoin was at 30.
So if we look at 25 Jan to here, there we go. So Bitcoin was at 33,000 in that day, and the close was around 35,000. 35,000 was the close.
So Bitcoin is up 33% from then.
Yeah, from the candle close, we're up 18 to 20%, the candle close. But from the low, 30%, yes.
Bitcoin's up 20%, NASDAQ's up 1.something%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Take me to gold.
Cool. Let's see if I can get this.
I'm going to show you how I'm piecing this puzzle together now, and I'm going to show you. Show you what's going on here. So there's something very, very, very important happening here. So something massively important is happening here. You need to see it.
There's gold, brother.
Okay. So how much is gold up since that day?
So gold is basically up. Let's have a look percentage-wise from the bottom to the top. 4.5%.
Okay, cool. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a shift. The market is starting to price Bitcoin not as a growth stock, which is what they've been pricing Bitcoin as since for the last couple of months. The Bitcoin has been moving in unison with the NASDAQ, because for the last couple of months, Bitcoin has been priced as a growth stock. But now we're seeing something very interesting going on. When push comes to shove, when the shit hits the fan, then the market has now started to price Bitcoin as a stable asset that exits you out of the political system and as a store of value. And now what's happening is it's decoupled from the NASDAQ and it is starting to perform a lot like gold. So the market's actually done a switch. The market switched Bitcoin from store of value to inflation hedge to growth stock. And now the market's looking at this and going, no. We're going back into hedge against government political madness / store of value. We have just witnessed something absolutely unbelievable here.
That's fantastic.
And that is why, where's the clue? The clue is in the dominance. So go look at dominance. Dominance shooting through the roof. We thought it would never get there. We needed something. We said that if Bitcoin dominance was to go anywhere near 45% again, it would need to be crazy circumstances. You called this a while back. You said dominance is going up. I said to you, Sheldon, I don't believe dominance is going to go up. You said to me, look, dominance is going up. You drew the chart. You showed the breakout. Maybe just zoom out for me. Zoom out and show me both. Remember, you showed me both breakouts with a line across both of them, and you showed the pattern happening twice. There we go. Okay. And you said it's going to happen again. I said to you, I don't believe it's going to happen again. And now you're seeing that the news is actually following. The charts came first. Mm-hmm. The news is coming after the charts. Funny. It always happens that way. The charts came first. Beautiful. You said the dominance is going to go up. I said to you, it's not going to go up. You said to me, dominance is going up. I said, okay, let's see. Now dominance is going up. Now all of a sudden Russia's invading Ukraine.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The charts told us that something like this was going to happen. I thought it was bullshit. So what are we seeing now? This is super, super, super important. We're seeing a shift in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now not being priced as a growth stock anymore. But the market is saying, now we're going to let Bitcoin wear its other hat. Mm-hmm. And the other hat is actually now not even a store of value. It is a exit from government issues. It's a government neutral, country neutral, currency neutral store of value. And that is the hat that Bitcoin is now wearing. Which means that if this decoupling is successful and Russia still invades Ukraine, a lot of money can go into Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's showing tons of strength, and this dominance is showing, like, obviously the altcoins are the ones taking a little bit of a bleed now, but Bitcoin's got a lot of confidence in it right now. So that big shift, that big downwards trend, like something changed. Something changed 3 weeks ago, and now we're starting to see how everything's starting to line up to that. So it's great because, 3 weeks ago, like you're saying, Bitcoin is acting like a tech stock. It was so volatile. It was so and it's nice to see how it's starting to hold up strong. So how do you think it goes today, brother? Is it something that's really like emergency?
It's not today. I mean, it's not today. Like this is going to take a little while to play out. I'm not a big geopolitical person. I'm still a vaccine specialist. I haven't pivoted quite successfully yet. I haven't pivoted. In fact, hold on, I've got to find this for you. I'm still here. Hold on, I've got to find this for you. Yeah. So this is so true. But I love this. I tweeted something similar that day, but mine wasn't as funny as this. So it's a meme, and it says I'm done being an expert in vaccines. This week I'm an expert in I'm a foreign policy specialist. So I'm still a vaccine specialist, unfortunately. I'm not a foreign policy specialist. So for me, I don't know much about this. I just feel that it doesn't feel like the tensions are high enough for there to be a war. And so I think there's going to be tension for quite some time, and it's just going to pass. Which is again ironic. You know why it's again ironic? Because it's exactly that Bitcoin retest pattern. Like you want Bitcoin to come down and slightly retest the trend line. The charts told us this would happen. Yeah.
We knew it was an overthing. It's just about, if, we obviously got the news later on today, and it's just showing now Bitcoin's obviously holding strength. And if things go neutral or things just go, in a basic little positive way, we know Bitcoin's a big one out of the gates, and we knew we should be taking advantage, obviously, of the pullback that we're getting right now. And we knew the markets were a bit overheated. So Bitcoin's obviously looking at big strength. We are coming to test our support trend now, and we hold these levels and start breaking these levels, we can be looking at a 46 or 50K Bitcoin quite quickly. So I'm glad to see that the market's starting to move again in that natural sort of way. I do think that the dominance is getting to a point where if Bitcoin can get back to that 46 and we can sort of run a little bit of a sideways market, like I'll catch up, makes a lot of sense. And we
What's
do
the
have
dominance on now? What's the dominance on now?
it's on 43.4. So I'm looking to about 44% to the 45% region, and that's
What do
just
you
a
base that on?
correction
What do you base that on?
is on this little tool over here, the one that we've always ran to. So it's showing us around 44.5%. And that's showing that, we still did make a lower low in dominance. And this is ultimately the bigger picture scale of this being a sort of retest level and us then chasing the next sort of low for the dominance. So we obviously, it makes sense that this always rallies up when Bitcoin starts to break key levels. Very similar to what it did in these regions over here. We had Bitcoin grow 50% the last time it happened. And before that, we had Bitcoin grow 55%. Now we're sitting at the region where Bitcoin's 30% or 25% up from the lows. So we know the dominance is not there just yet. It may even stay in the channel of Bitcoin actually, like we were saying, that could have been a previous option where Bitcoin just rallies in the 40s for a while. We'll be rally up to 48%, down to 40%, rally up to 48%, down percent in that sort of region. So it's showing there's still a little bit of upward side from dominance, and that's just getting Bitcoin where it needs to be. And then we have this USDT chart, which did secure, a very much sort of, really strong pullback.
On the trend line.
On the trend line.
On the trend line.
So it showed us but, this was quite a big correction that's showing us that the next move for the dominance can break this trend to the downward side. So this is obviously when we can finally get Bitcoin at the correct levels, we can have the shift in dominance, and then we can really have the explosion from USDT back into the market. So it's showing that, if all goes well today, this was a great stocking up opportunity, especially on a lot of alts as well at the levels we're sitting at. And it's showing that at some point we're going to have a reversal from dominance, a big alt catch up, and then we can have the collapse of the USDT dominance trend. And this is something that's been running up since November. So a break of this trend will be a really good influx, showing that USDT, people are going to be selling back out of the dollar and getting back into the market. So, this, I don't know how you feel, but
you know what I'm actually seeing quite a cool pattern here. Let's see if it plays out the way I'm seeing it. Go back to dominance.
Got it.
Okay. I'd say you said the numbers about 44.5, 45. I would say that if that's the theory, then that's when the geopolitical tensions will have either been fully priced in by the market or when they will be over. In other words, when we'll get like okay, everything's fine, or we fully priced this in, let this thing go down. So that for me is maybe that's a sign that this is not a real war. If we're following the charts and the charts aren't lying, then if the charts are predicting the future, so to speak, which I know is not really what happens.
Well, let's test it out. Let's see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's test it out. Let's see.
Yes.
The charts are telling us.
Okay. Then that's the first thing. So that's that. Now everyone's asking, is it time to sell your Bitcoin and sell your alts and get into Bitcoin? The way
no.
I see it,
feel like you lost it. Yeah,
you missed the boat. You missed the boat. You missed the boat. You missed the boat. That's what I'm trying to say. If you do that now, the news is out in the market. The market reaction has already happened. If you do it now, look. If we're wrong and this becomes a war and we go into like a long bear market or something, then maybe this is wrong. But this news is out in the market. Rest assured, the market's already priced all the shit in. That is why we are here. Now you're looking for news that the market hasn't priced in. The emergency Fed meeting, the news is the market's priced that in. The Ukraine invasion, the market's priced in to a certain extent. It's priced in already. If you now start to react to something, you know what the market hasn't priced in? A surprise non-invasion. That's what the market hasn't priced in. Yeah, you know what the market hasn't priced in? The Fed not increasing rates this afternoon in the emergency meeting. That's what the market hasn't priced in. You see,
100%.
So now you've got to start thinking to yourself, what hasn't the market priced in? Okay, what hasn't the market priced in? And that's what you want to be trading. You want to be trading what the market hasn't priced in. What hasn't the market priced in? The market hasn't priced in a prolonged war. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the bear case. The market hasn't priced in a prolonged war. if there is a prolonged war, put all your money into Bitcoin.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah. The market hasn't priced in a peace treaty by next Wednesday. Okay? The market hasn't priced that in. The market hasn't priced in
Attention, please. This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
What's going on?
I mean, in the middle of a stream. In the middle of a stream?
In the middle of a show. Is there a fire?
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving either. Just give us 2 seconds, Banter.
Hold on, let me see what's going on here.
Yeah. Let's play a song in the meanwhile.
This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
Maybe Russia's invading South Africa. I guess
Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click, when the sniper shoots. We got.
she's gone. That irritating lady is gone. I think Russia.
Are they invading us, man?
I thought Russia invaded South Africa.
How is that, bro?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the links that BitBoy would go to make sure we don't get new views in it. I mean, the cheek of it, the links. I'm coming for you, bro. Bro, Bitcoin. BitBoy.
How's that, bro?
BitBoy, I saw that, bro. That was a cheap trick. That was a super cheap trick to get us to end our shows, bro. We ain't quitting.
cheeky.
Fred, did you see that, bro?
I don't think it's a drill, dude.
BitBoy took a cheap shot at us, bro.
Oh, I love it, bro.
Where's the smoke?
Is there a fire?
Huh? Is there smoke?
No,
Hold on, this might not be a drill.
it's not a drill, dude. Just get your shit.
Is this not a drill?
It's not a drill. I don't know what to do.
Nonsense. Is this not a drill?
It's not a drill. I don't want to say what it is, but it's not a
We have
drill.
to evacuate.
Yeah, we have to evacuate. All right, guys, we'll have to see you later. We are doing a show. Stay tuned. We are doing a show later if the building doesn't burn down. If the building doesn't burn down, we're doing another show today reviewing the Super Bowl ads. I'm going to tell you what I think about the Super Bowl ads because remember, I was in marketing. Also, if the building doesn't burn down, there will be another show later. And if the building doesn't go down, well, then we may see you later, my friends. And if the building does burn down, well, then we'll see you as soon as we can get a new building.
Yeah.
Stay safe, my friends.
Stay safe, guys. We'll be back with you guys
Stay
shortly.
safe. I mean, what shit is this that in the middle of it? If this is a drill, I'm going to be livid.
Ron, like I thought you were joking when you said burn